give you guys some little clips to look at, man, and check out, man. It's crazy times, man. Crazy times. Crazy times we living in. What kind of world are we living in? So yeah, they tried to censor your boy. Had reported my video. They don't want black people speaking the truth, man. They don't want black people. It's always been that way. They don't want black people speaking the truth. They don't want you speaking out about what's going on. Really just about your experience, man. That's really all it is. It's like they don't want you to really speak on your experience. They do not want you speaking on your experience. They like, we're not trying to hear it. Yeah, so we're going to talk about, man, the origins of the white Karen. I got some research. All right. Let me just put this on here. Nice. Yeah, we got some research for you. Appreciate my supporters, you guys, holding it down. You know, YouTube audience, again, about half of you guys are fugazi. You know, you want your ears to be tingled and to be tickled. You know, I'm not here to tickle you, man. All right. I'm here to speak truth. All right. I'm here to speak truth. All right. Love, power, and a sound mind. This ain't for everybody. You come in here talking crazy, I'm gonna get rid of you. Just like it's crazy. Like YouTube let the audience, you guys can do whatever you guys want. You could come in, you can slander, you can say all kind of racist stuff. I'm looking at Ice Show speed screen, they're throwing all kind of racial slurs. You guys can come in unmoderated, do whatever. But when the hosts turn up, it's an issue. It's a problem. So you don't like it. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I noticed that. You guys love to turn up and create all kind of chaos and discomfort. These content creators put in so much time and effort in shaping and forming these videos for you guys. And what a lot of you guys do, you come in here, you slander the host, you say all these racial terms, you say all kind of craziness. As soon as the hosts turn up, you guys want to report. Oh, we got to flag Randy. He can't talk like that. He's the host. You know how those betas. Hey, what's up, Maya? Yeah, they reported me yesterday. Randy he can't be a troll. He's the host. That's how you beta dominant moist be talking, man. We gonna speak truth up in here, all right? Reported me yesterday. Salute to you, Bees 2014. Salute to you, Miami. I got people who mess with me. All right. Soon as black people start talking about their experiences, you know, Hispanics start talking about their experiences, even white people even got to deal with Karens. They talk about their experiences. You guys want to silence them, you know? Come on, man. All I was saying was, man, you know, you guys are a little bit awkward in SoCal. That's facts. Maybe I could have used a better choice of words, all right? I'll acknowledge that. I can acknowledge my faults. Maybe I should have approached it delicately. You know, you gotta add that. The white Karen phenomenon is not new. It's an extension of historical white femininity that was protected, centered, and weaponized under systems of racial hierarchy. During slavery and Jim Crow, white women were positioned as the fragile moral compass of society, needing protection from dangerous black men, right? Needing protection, a myth that justified countless lynchings and racial terror. This historical positioning created a psychological template. Whiteness as purity and authority, and blackness as a threat. The modern Karen inherits that same framework, now expressed through cell phone calls, public confrontations, and a belief that her discomfort justifies another person's punishment or death. It's the same old script with a new setting: Starbucks, the park, the neighborhood sidewalk. Psychologically, the white and I'm right narrative is rooted in a combination of racial privilege, narcissistic entitlement, and social conditioning. See, this is the problem with you dominant society. It's okay for you guys to go in people's lives harass the host. You throwing all kind of racial slurs at ISO speed. He's a monkey. He's this and that. Now, if he goes off, he loses endorsements. If he goes off on a lot of you moist, dominant folks, you little gremlins, he loses. But what do you guys lose, right? Man, I'm going to put my foot in you. All right. And the more you try to push back, the more you try to report, the more I'm going to turn up on you. This ain't for everybody. All right. Telling you. Psychologically, the I'm white and I'm right narrative is rooted in a combination of racial privilege, narcissistic entitlement. See, that's the issue with the dominant group. You guys are social narcissists. You're social narcissists. All right. You're social narcissists. You go out here in the world and people who don't conform to your ideologies, you're social. The dominant group is social narcissists. It's social narcissism. All right. It's okay for me to do it. It's all right for me to harass people. It's okay for me to be disrespectful. Oh, but don't let you Mexicans and you whites and you Asians, don't you say anything. You're social narcissists. All right. You see it at work. You just want to go into your job. If you got a job, if they don't snitch on you for you telling your truth, you just want to go to work, come out, and just go back home to your family. You don't want no issues. But what do you guys want to do in a dominant group? What do you want to do? You want to have potlucks. What are we socializing with you for? We not the same. We not the same. We not the fucking same. You want to socialize and you know what you want to do? It's a trap. It's a trap. I had people doing that to me when I was working. Oh, Randy, what you think about Black Lives Matter? What do you think about? Man, don't be pulling me into no political conversations at work. Why? So you can go run behind my back, go tell management, oh, Randy said this, Randy said that. You guys are social narcissists. And you try to create these social platforms at work so that way you can weaponize what your employees say. Who you don't rock with? Who you don't rock with? Oh, Randy said this. Oh my God, Randy, you're too sensitive. You dominant group, you too sensitive. You sensitive, you soft, you like moist fudge brownies where they put too much egg in the batter and too much milk, and you're crumbling. You're moist, man. What's up, Lois? You're moist. You moist. You got to be careful at work with you dominant group. You got to be careful everywhere with you guys, man. You moist. And now they don't even want you living in your neighborhood. You got Karens patrolling every corner and they're watching you. But you're not watching the Charlie Kirk murderer. You're not watching who went up on the roof and killed that man in front of his family. You're not patrolling them. You're not patrolling these mass shooters with big ass AK-47s on their backs, running up in churches. You're not patrolling them, but you patrolling niggas, cutting the grass, delivering pizza. You moist, you soft, you weak. You weak. So I'm trying to break you down and build you up, just like you white boys do in the Marine Corps. You come in the Marines, you're throwing all this slander and nastiness at people. You try to get away with your nastiness in the Marine Corps. You say whatever you want to say. You're disrespectful. You're racist, right? But you get away with it because you got a chain of command. Your first sergeant let you get away with it. Master sergeant let you get away with it. The sergeants let you get away. You guys, you white boys do what you want to do, all right? And all these other cultures who align with you guys, they try to be like you guys, right? It's not a secret, right? You guys are like a cult. You move like a cult, right? So this is your staff sergeant in the civilian world. Let me put my boot in your ass, you know? Shit, man. What was I at? Whiteness has long been constructed as the default human identity. Objective, rational, correct. Yeah, you damn right I'm back in my chat. Oh, crazy again. You damn right. Let me go crazy on your ass. Like you deal with your crazy shit every day. Hell yeah, I'm back. What you thought? Flagging and reporting me gonna fucking stop me? Motherfucker, do you know who I am? Nigga, shit. Hell yeah, I'm back to put my foot up your motherfucking ass. Damn, we tried to report and flag Randy. We threw the flag. Let me throw the wave in my voice for you weak ass. Randy's back. Oh my God. He didn't run away. He's not afraid of us. He's not afraid of our softness. And I'm not afraid of you motherfuckers. I'm afraid of me. All right. What it say? Whiteness has long been constructed as the default human identity, objective, rational, and correct, while other groups are seen as deviations from that norm. This produces a cognitive bias where many white individuals unconsciously associate authority and correctness with their own perspective. All right. All right. Who was I at? When that belief meets a society that historically rewards white confrontation and punishes black resistance, you white people don't mind confrontation because you know you're going to get rewarded. You get rewarded. So you love being nasty. You love being sick, especially, and you see it in the Marines all day. You guys love being nasty. You love harassing people, harassing, what they call it, hazing people. You love it because you know you're going to get rewarded. You know you're going to get rewarded. I'm not reading the chat right now. Salute to all you guys who showing love, but I'm not reading the chat because there's a lot of betas in there, and it's a lot of you guys, you moist. You're going to go run and you're going to go report. I'll be lucky if this video go through because you guys are moist. You don't like the truth. You got something in your genetics that's like an anti-truth like strand in your genetics. They got like the little strands in your DNA. You dominant group folks, you got like an anti-truth strand. You hate the truth. It's like a light, and you guys like a little like cockroaches. And they put that truth on you, like, the truth. You be scattering. You be scattering. Telling you what I know. This produces a cognitive bias where many white individuals unconsciously associate authority and correctness with their own perspective. When that belief meets a society that historically rewards white confrontation and punishes black existence, the result is the modern Karen, right? A self-appointed moral enforcer who confuses personal discomfort with public danger, right? So now you done create this reality because you done turned your discomfort to danger, right? Because you are uncomfortable, you calling the police, you create all this unnecessary chaos. So now people don't want to be around you. Now they don't want to be bothered with you, except people who think like you, and you're okay with that because you're a social narcissist. You're a social narcissist. What's up, Lazy Star? You're a social narcissist. This ain't me letting bums in my head, man. This is just calling it like it is. You got to speak to it. There's a lot of people who are suffering because they're afraid to talk to you guys. They're afraid to even discuss and even just dialogue about you guys, because they're afraid of losing their jobs. They're afraid of it's just you guys got a lot of demons around you in a dominant society where people are so afraid when you guys come around. They don't want to talk. They don't want to say, oh, Randy, we don't talk about those things here. We don't talk, they're shivering, they're cold. Randy, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. I talk about it. All right. So you're uncomfortable. Everything is about your comfort. Oh, if I'm uncomfortable, I'm gonna call the police. Oh, if I'm uncomfortable, I'm gonna flag. But you guys harassing people every day in people's lives, doing all kind of foul shit. It's okay for you to do it, but as soon as the hosts turn up, oh, man. The behavior is further reinforced by intergenerational modeling. Young white people often absorb these scripts by observing how elders interact with people of color. So who are most of these Karens? 40 to 50-year-old, 60-year-old, sort of like entitled, privileged folks. And then what do the kids see when they're looking at this? The girls are looking like this, like, damn, I can turn up when I get older. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Oh, I can turn up on these niggas. Okay, I can act like that. I can do that. Humans are creatures of observation and habit. They learn by what they see and what they observe. You have to talk about this. You got to put a fork in it. Let people know we're not stupid. We're not afraid of you guys. All right? We're not afraid. You don't put no fear in me. You can say whatever the fuck you want me. I'm a 2 combat deployment, nigga. You think Marines ain't trying to break me? You think I haven't been broken and broken down and I still survived in Iraq? You think coming back to the States, United States of the moistness, you gonna stop me? You better look me up, man. Google me. What the fuck is you thinking, man? So the behavior is further reinforced by intergenerational modeling. Young white people often absorb these scripts by observing how their elders interact with people of color, clutching their purses, calling the police over noise, or using subtle tones of superiority when addressing service workers or black neighbors. These interactions normalize a hierarchy of worth where whiteness polices and blackness is policed. It becomes less about individual malice and more about a cultural inheritance of dominance. When young whites mimic these behaviors online or in public, they're not just acting out of prejudice, they're performing the privilege they have been shown. Historically and socially, the Karen identity is a byproduct of unchecked white privilege, colliding with social accountability. As society begins to confront racism more openly, those accustomed to dominance interpret equality as oppression. The Karen meltdown often occurs when the old privilege is challenged, when a black person refuses to defer, when public space is shared without apology, when the myth of white moral superiority is questioned. This identity is not just an individual pathology, it's a social mirror reflecting the deeper sickness of racial entitlement. It sets the stage for discussions around labels because Karen itself is both a cultural critique and a defense mechanism against being held accountable for historic and ongoing racial aggression. That's facts, man. That's facts, man. All right. So let me break down. I love my wife, man. You know, my wife is Chinese. She's trying to keep me on the straight and narrow, man. This dominant society. You got the Karens. You got the crazy policing where you can't do anything. They can just kill our people off and get away with it. You got people wiping out our history. People losing jobs. Yeah, it do drive you crazy. It do. You know, you right about that. It does. And then you can't say nothing about it. Because if you say something, you're going to have to take a loss. And then y'all wonder why black people got to be so strong, why they got to be so, just resilient, because you can lose it all, you know. And where is my article at, man? Messing with you guys, man. You're like a poison. You're like a poison. You really are. And I see it. The label trap. How they silence black truth and protect power. From the dawn of civilization, dominant groups have used labels as instruments of psychological war, ways to stigmatize, marginalize, and silence dissent. That's all the dominant group can do, man, is label you. You guys don't feel bad. And this is speaking to white folks too, because I know you guys got to deal with it too. And I know there's some cool white folks out there that's diverse, competent, who also are trying to fight up against this, and you guys got to go against your own. So, black folks, people who are trying to really stand for truth and do the right thing, right? Power, love, and a sound mind, man. We don't have a spirit of fear in us, man. So, expect for them to label you. Oh, you're a nigger lover, oh, that's how the sort of like the origins and the beginning of them taking out people begins, right? It begins with a label. Everything that, all the destruction and war and chaos, it all starts with the dominant group and those with that evil demonic spirit, man. It starts with them labeling you. So I'm not surprised y'all coming up in the chat. Oh, he crazy. Oh, here we go with this black stuff again. Oh, that's all you guys got is words. And then, you build up a bundle of words around a person and you try to it's like a magnet. You try to attract like-minded people and groups and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I agree with that too. You don't even know me, nigga. And it's like that's what you do to diminish and minimize my experience. You try to capture people in these really sort of like conclusive labels. Oh, he's crazy. Oh, he hate all people. That's all you dominant people do. That's why I don't fuck with y'all, because you don't know how to control your mouths. All right. And I know how to be strategic. I'm smarter than you. I'm better than you. So I know how to outsmart you. All right. I didn't get this far being ignorant. All right. I know how to think. I know how to outthink you. So that's why I avoid you, because I know the first thing you do is you're trying to use your demonic mouth to try to throw a label like a little net. It's like a little net. You try to like throw a little net out, I'm not stupid. So what do you use your labels for? To stigmatize, marginalize, and to silence people, whether calling others barbarians, savages, crazy, criminals, right? Labels serve to define in us versus them, maintaining moral superiority. That's where the label is birthed from. The mind who has this sense of like moral superiority. Oh, I'm more wiser than you, Randy. You're thinking like this, your life experiences are like this, but you know, you're crazy. You know, it's like this sense of like moral superiority, right? While erasing context. In modern history, the same mechanism is used to paint Black resistance as irrational, angry Black men, race baiter, Black identity extremists. These labels are not random insults, they are strategic distractions meant to delegitimize legitimate pain and disarm public empathy, right? Once the labels stick, the speaker's truth becomes irrelevant and the system continues unchecked. That's how you white folks move, man. You throw these labels around to reduce the empathy around a person. A person can be struggling. It don't gotta be a Black person. It could be a white person. They're suffering too. But what do? Oh, you're weak. Oh, you're a boot. They do it in the Marine Corps. Oh, you're a boot. Oh, you're breaking. Oh, you're breaking. And a lot of Marines have committed suicide. But what do? You throw these fucking labels around. Oh, you're weak. Oh, look at him. Look at him. That soldier is breaking. He's breaking. And then you reduce the empathy around them. All right. You guys in a dominant society got some psychological issues. That psychological sociopath, narcissism, pathology it's in your blood. All right. But Jesus is good. Jesus saves. Only he can save you. I can't save you, but I'm going to speak to it. Right? I'm going to speak to it. And the Bible says, speak for those who can't speak for themselves. Speak for the oppressed. So I'm going to speak to it. And we don't have a spirit of fear over here. Power, love, and a sound mind. All right. So take it how you want it, you know. So these labels are not random insults. They are strategic distractions meant to delegitimize legitimate pain and disarm public empathy. Once the labels stick, the speaker's truth becomes irrelevant and the system continues unchecked. A false narrative is like a train. Once it leaves the station, it gains momentum. People jump on board without checking the destination, riding it simply because everyone else does. That's what you guys do. Oh, Randy's like this. Randy like, don't let me blow up and get famous. Oh, you white people gonna be hating. And I want you to, nigga. All right? Hate me. All right? Because I'm telling you, I know what to do with it. I know what to do with it. And I'll lose my life for this shit. All right? I will. So if I can lose my life for some oil, over some politicians I don't even know, I can lose my life for the truth, for standing up for Christ, standing up for the right thing, right? Calling out these demons. I'm not afraid to die. I know where I'm going, all right? I didn't make me, you know? False narrative is like a train. Let me throw some metaphors at y'all since you think you're so smart. A false narrative is like a train. Once it leaves the station, it gains momentum. People jump on board without checking the destination, riding it simply because everyone else does. The angry Black man myth, for instance, spreads through casual conversation, biased media, and unexamined stereotypes until it becomes common sense. The train picks up passengers, commentators, educators, social media users who recycle these tropes unconsciously. By the time truth catches up, the train has already shaped public opinion and turned the victim into the villain. History shows the devastating cost of labeling. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was called a communist and an agitator, language that justified government surveillance and divided potential allies. Malcolm X was branded a hate preacher, muting the deeper philosophical shift he made towards unity and human rights before his death. Rosa Parks was minimized as a tired seamstress instead of a strategic activist. The Black Panther Party was labeled terrorist through their programs that fed children and provided health care. Even Jesus Christ, okay, who overturned oppressive systems, was labeled a blasphemer, all right, to justify his crucifixion. Labels distort truth, isolate leaders, and fracture collective consciousness, all right? Yeah, man. You guys ain't doing nothing but what you've been doing. When non-Black individuals use labels like angry, crazy, racist, or divisive to silence Black voices, they unknowingly protect the very systems that they're claiming to oppose. By focusing on tone instead of the truth, they make themselves useless in dismantling modern racism, choosing comfort over courage. These labels absolve them from self-examination. allowing ignorance to masquerade as neutrality. True allies must be willing to challenge false narratives, even when it means questioning the stories their own culture taught them. Every time someone repeats a label without reflection, they keep the train of deception running. All right. Yeah, man. One, barbarian, right? The earliest racial propaganda in ancient empires, barbarian meant non-Greek, right? The non-civilized, laying the foundation for future racial hierarchies. The same formula is used today to imply that black anger is uncivilized rather than righteous. So they've been doing this, man, for centuries, going back to ancient Greece, man. You guys been doing this in your genetics, it's in your blood. Just like that black trauma from slavery is in our DNA, where we just avoid you motherfuckers. We know what neighborhoods and what areas to go. You got these all white towns, they don't even want to see a nigga. We know that. In the deep south, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, right? So we know it's in our spirit. Our ancestors speak through the blood. They let us know how to move, right? It's like magnetism. When birds are flying and they track the magnetism of the earth, we know how to move, all right? And y'all got that same magnetism of that enmity and that hatred in you. All right. That's facts, right? We reap what we sow. All right. I know you guys are boiling. I know your blood boiling. Yeah. Release all that malice. Release it out. All right. Because God gonna judge you at the end of the day. All right. And he gonna judge me too. All right. Let God judge between us who's right and wrong. All right. Be careful what you say. All right. I got a good God on my side. All right. Shit start happening around you. All right. So what it say? The same formula is used today to imply that black anger is uncivilized rather than righteous. Labeling difference as danger became the blueprint for white supremacy's linguistic power. White supremacy plays off of linguistics. They play off of words, all right? They know they can't just go up in your house and kill you. Some of them will. So what a lot of them do is they really are big on language and words usage. Pay attention to the semantics. They really are really master wordsmiths, right? They really know how to create narratives. That's why they got the news. What is the news? It's a narrative generator, all right? So that's why they tend to get behind industries where words have power, right? Film and industry, film and entertainment, right? When you got to write a movie script, right? They're writing. You know how long some of these scripts are for these actors. Y'all look at a movie and you just sit back with your thumb up your ass and like, oh my god, this is a great movie. It takes a lot of words and a lot of writing. Okay, think about the mind of a director. They have to literally put themselves in the actor's shoes, and they're writing all these conversations out on paper before the actors act it out. It takes a lot of writing. It takes a lot of words. So that's why a lot of you supremacists, you moral superior, you love to get behind industries where there's the power behind the spoken word, right? But your word isn't more powerful than God's word, all right? So it don't matter what you say about me, what you say about my stream. The truth is going to reach who it needs to reach because I got the power of God backing me. And you're like, whoever goes against this is going to be grounded to powder. All right. So you're falling to the wayside. My words won't fall to the ground. All right. You're like a damn ant to an elephant. All right. That's why I'm not. It's like you can't stop what's coming. All right. You can't stop the truth. All right. Jesus Christ is coming. The truth is coming. You can't stop it. All right. You're going to be grinded. All right. So just don't even try. All right. And the more you say, it's going to bounce back against you into your spirit, and you're going to hurt yourself. All right. So be careful. So criminal as a post-slavery control label. After emancipation, criminal became the replacement for slave. Black men were disproportionately arrested to rebuild free labor through convict leasing. The label justified re-enslavement through law. All right. Through law. Policing and fear. All right. Let me pull up my window, man. Y'all got me welfare queen and gendered control. The welfare queen myth targeted Black women like Linda Taylor. Look her up. All right. Painting her as a symbol of laziness to attack social programs. It was vilified, and it vilified poor Black mothers while ignoring white welfare recipients. This label weaponized morality against survival. The angry Black man as tone policing, right? It's tone policing, all right? The phrase doesn't describe temperament, it's a command to stay quiet. And that's what a lot of black folks do, man. That's what a lot of black folks do, man. And it's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy, man. I just, like I feel so bad for like the younger black people, man, who have to grow up in this system, man. They don't have no guidance, no light. Their parents, their grandparents are afraid. They don't want to speak. They don't want to talk about the realities of what's going on in the history of discrimination. And it's not to kind of play the victim or to say, oh, you're destined to fail your whole life. It's like, no, you got to be educated. Instead of saying you're not good enough, instead of saying, man, I'm a failure, instead of saying I can't do this, I can't do that, understand that there were systems to oppress your greatness because they know how great you are. They know how capable you are. They know you guys are able to just reform systems. All it takes is one man, one woman. You could change the world, man. They know your greatness. So that's why they have to put all these things in place to keep you down. Look what they did to Jesus Christ, right? One man, before he was even born, people were tracking him, right? Put a death note on his head when he was a baby. All right. So it shows you the type of world that we live in. They're soft, they're sensitive, and they're against anything that threatens their power or their dominance. All right. So it's like black people need to know, like, and anybody who grew up feeling like they're not good enough, right? Because I'm mindful that we live in a spiritual world. So you can be white and be great, right? And you can see what's going on. You can be supernatural. You could be a genius, right? Genius doesn't just stop at black folks, right? You could be any race and be brilliant and be great. And I know you guys got to cross the barrier because you go out into the world and what do they see? They see a white boy, right? So they're probably thinking, because black people are not the most brilliant people in the world either, right? We got a lot to work on too. We got to be able to see beyond race and just see the spirit of greatness, all right? The Holy Spirit working in people. It don't matter what the fuck you look like, all right? You can have that universal tap into that golden well of just wisdom, all right? And you can come from anywhere, all right? So this isn't me speaking like, oh, black people are the only ones that's going to save the world, and we need you guys to gather up around us because, we're going to come save you guys. No, it's going to take a group to fight this shit that we're up against. It's going to take all of us, all the black, the white, Asian, Indian, fucking Martian, all right? Shit, hopefully Three-Eye Atlas come with some damn aliens that can fucking see what the fuck is going on. It's gonna take a community to fight against this devil, all right? Because he has a kingdom. He has demons. He has all kind of dark angels. He has all kind of shit. Cults, all kind of shit. It ain't gonna take, black people ain't gonna do this shit alone. They're not, especially when they fucking, the ignorant portion killing themselves. We can't do this shit alone. All right. So it's like this isn't about, oh, black people we're the ones, we're Neo, we're fucking the Matrix. No, it's like, man, we gotta all come together. The people who see what the fuck is going on, we gotta all unite, But it's like, shit, it probably won't happen in my lifetime, but I'm gonna put the information out there, even if I lose this channel. So the fuck what? I'm 40. I'm spiritually rich, nigga. Whether I work or not, I can lead this fucking country and still live like a king. All right, believe that. So it's like with the blessings that God gave me, I'm gonna put the information out there. All right, because I love you guys. All right, I don't give a fuck what you think about me because I got a God in my life. All right, He moves shit for me. But I love you guys and I see what the fuck is going on, and I want to use my voice to try to plant seeds to get you guys to think. All right. It's going to come with some sacrifices. You're going to lose popularity. All right. You're going to lose a lot of your creature comforts when you speak out and you set yourself apart. All right. It's worth it. Don't follow the patterns of the world. It starts with you having to go beyond your creature comforts. All right. Race baiter. Calling someone a race baiter allows people to avoid uncomfortable truths about racism. It reframes the accuser as the problem rather than the system. This turns truth telling into social offense. Black identity extremists in government surveillance. Man, when they came out with the black identity extremists, the KKK, man, them fucking white folks in the South, man, they was fucking celebrating. They probably threw a damn black identity extremist party. It's like, hell yeah, we got something for these niggas. We got the government, guys. Come on, Bill, Bob, Joe. We got something. We got the fucking government, man. We got something for these niggas. 2017, the FBI revived labeling tactics. The fucking FBI. And I'm not surprised because you guys, over 50% of you guys are fucking white, right? Shit, man. My auntie, she worked for the CIA. She worked for the damn government. So I know what the fuck is going on. All right. It's like you almost, when you black man, you gotta have family members who are in some of these spaces, man. You don't want to be that nigga out here naked. We need more black CIA, FBI agents. We need people that can put some diversity out here and fucking speak for us, man. And sometimes black folks being on the scene level the playing field for everybody. Shit, maybe an Asian, if it's only one of them, they come in, they see a nigga, they're like, oh God, there's a black person in here. Or, fucking Mexican, it's all white people. They see one black person, the Mexican's like, oh my God, it's a black person. They go get, so black people don't just benefit blacks. We benefit all the fucking underrepresented. All right. So it's like, we need, you guys need to be lawyers. We need you guys more than ever, man. It's like, what it say? This label had no statistical basis, yet it was used to surveil black activists online. It mirrored 1960s COINTELPRO tactics, branding liberation as terrorism. Crazy. When you got the fucking FBI against you, you're only 13% of the fucking population. Black people don't have a hand in shit. What do you control? White people control the fucking CIA, FBI, police force, Congress. What the fuck you need a black identity extremist for? It's only like, what, 5 of you motherfuckers in Orange County? What the fuck is it? It's like, what you gonna do? And the world, the damn near looking at you like you're on the bottom of the hierarchy. So who the fuck? It's just that social narcissism, man. I'm telling you what I know. The divisive trap. When black people speak about inequality, they're told they're being divisive. The label implies unity means silence. It demands assimilation instead of justice. Thug as a modern racial code. After Trayvon Martin's death, the word thug replaced racial slurs in public speech. It gave people linguistic cover to express racial hostility without using banned words. It's a modern dog whistle dressed as critique. I think Star was saying this, man, on the Star Report, how he was like, he's really big on like people not coming in cursing and things like that. Some days he'll let you curse. And, salute to you, Star. I hope you get in better health. I know you don't believe in God, but you believe in health. So hoping that you get better and you get healthy, man, because we need you out here, man. And, praying that you even turn to the Lord too, man, and just praying for you, bro. You've been out for a while, man. We miss you, man. So he even said it on the Star Report. He's like, man, you can't say any other racial word, but nigga's all right. You can say nigga. You can say nigga all day, but you can't say anything else. So he even recognized, man, militant. The civil rights movement was often labeled as militant to incite fear of chaos. This is what the dominant society do too, man. They play off of emotional manipulation. In psychology, it talks about there's a connection between thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Every thought comes with a feeling. It's no secret that a lot of privileged, entitled folks tend to be very sensitive to, their feelings and their emotional states. You see it in the movies. Everything is, soft and everybody's having sex, and every damn movie you watch, they're having sex. Sex. Romance rom. You try to watch a damn superhero movie, they're having sex. You try to watch a damn action movie just to have a good time, they're having sex. Everything is just sex and intimacy and emotions, and it's a place for that. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have to be everything. So I even see in some of these movies and these films how they try to tap into like the emotional space and the emotional universe of the human being, because there's a lot of power there in being able to leverage, the emotional, sort of like advantage of a person, right? A person may not understand you logically, but if you can attack them emotionally, you got them, right? And that's what they do through these films. They put a lot of kids in certain situations. He saved that baby. Oh my God, he's so great. Oh man, the KKK were the saviors of the day. They came to save us. They're good people. Playing off of people's emotions is a form of manipulation, all right? Especially when logically and rationally, you're not going to convince them, you're not going to win the argument. So what does the dominant society do? They play off your feelings, right? They play off your emotions and off of these words. So words and emotions are like the weapons, that they use in society to help leverage even more of that dominance, all right? And that's why a lot of black folks, sometimes they get, I remember I was doing social work some years ago, and we're doing fundraisers in the community, and it was this Denny's, and it was all white people in there. I didn't give a shit, but I had this little black boy come up to me, and he was like, man, I'm scared to go in here. He's like really, really young. He was like, man, I'm just going to go in. I'm like, why are you scared to go in there for, man? They just eating. Anybody paying you no mind? He's like, man, it's all white people in here, man. I'm so nervous. I'm like, man, you don't got to be nervous, man. Just go in there and fucking eat, man. So a lot of times it's like they know, the black psychology knows a lot of these whites, and that these with these moral superiority, they're very sensitive, right? That's why they're sensitive to everything but what the fuck they need to be sensitive to, right? So what that does as an unintended consequence, and it probably is a consequence, is it leads people to kind of tiptoeing around you, right? Like, oh, I don't want to go over there, man, and be loud, Randy. I don't want to go over there and be me, because these white people are going to tell on me. They're going to be mad at me. So yeah, man, I'm in there, man. I can go all night on y'all about this shit, man, because I lived it, right? I'm 40, right? So, and like I said, this is for my kids, man. My son, my daughters. When you guys look at my videos, man, take this education, man, and take it seriously. All right. Educate yourself on the environment that you're in. All right. When you're feeling insecure, you're feeling like you're not good enough, you're feeling like, man, I applied to this job, I got all the qualifications, I still didn't get it, but the next person that got low qualifications than me got the job, Dad. Like, what the hell's going on? I done worked, busted my ass, college, master's, doctorate, did everything, and the person who barely even got a damn high school degree it's a system. It's not because you're not good enough. It's not because you're a failure. It's not because you didn't put in the work. It's because this shit has been designed for centuries. All right? So stop beating yourself up. Stop thinking you're not good enough. Stop thinking you're not worthy. Stop thinking that it's not you. It's shit that's been in place to keep your ass at the bottom. All right? And they want you to hate yourself and to think like that so it can feed more into the fucking system. All right? And they don't want you talking about it, because then this shit's going to have to change. Right? That's all I got for you guys. Report that.